Hi guys, welcome back. I have a lot to catch you up on, but before I get into it, let me show you the view real quick. I'm right around the corner from Pinos, so I can give you a little bit of a different view today. It's about to be sunset, I think in like 10 minutes, so let me show you the view real quick. There's about 4 different photo shoots going on here right now. Anyways, you can see some of the view down there, hopefully. And then those are the Tres Islas. Here's the fort back here where I went that other day. I think I told you guys maybe in the last video. I don't really remember. And then the Casa de Marino. So that's that little museum I went to however long ago that was. That Saturday I was running all down the beach. All right, I'm gonna try to fill you guys in. It's been over a week now. So hopefully battery lasts this time. But anyways, after I talked to you guys last time, so yeah, finished up Friday night with those tacos, and then Saturday surfed Cameron in the morning, and then ended up actually staying there, just hanging out at the beach all day. So I decided actually to go surf later in the day, and it worked out really convenient. I'm gonna show you guys the canyon over here. Cannon, not canyon, that I mentioned to you guys last time too. You can see a little bit more of the views of the city. And then around that corner is the actual surf spot, which doesn't look like anything right now because there's no waves. But anyways, so I think that was the first time I left my stuff on the beach when I just want myself to surf. But there's some guys that kind of like hang out, live, work at the beach. They're there all the time, and they go like dive for oysters and stuff, and I had kind of somewhat met some of them before, like first times I went with Chano and everything. So anyways, they're nice, they'll watch your stuff, and anyways, one of the guys offered me oysters and I was starving, and anyways, so I got to eat fresh oysters right out of the sea with some lime and hot sauce, which was great. Again, it's like super rare that that's ever gonna happen. So that was really cool, nice of them to offer, in addition to watching my stuff, and I was starving, so that held me over and allowed me to stay the whole day and go surf again later in the afternoon. I might stay over here so you guys can actually see the sunset. But anyways, when I went to surf later, from what I can remember, everything went pretty well. It wasn't as great of a sesh, but the one downside was, anyways, there's some rocks in that spot, so once it gets low tide, you're more susceptible to getting cut by rocks. And at some point when I jumped off my board and kind of just like kicked out in the water, anyways, just like kicked my foot into a rock, and they're sharp, so cut my heel, like kind of a pretty deep cut. Anyways, so this basically past week it's been like hard to walk because it's hurt a lot and just dealing with that. But anyways, that was Saturday the rest of the day. And then I had friends actually arriving that night, so from San Diego, but one's like originally from Mexico. And anyways, with them we walked along the Malecon. They're staying at another one of my friend's properties in the same building, so really convenient to have them like in the same spot and everything. We walked down the Malecon, took them to La Jaiba Pata Salada. That location I hadn't been to. It was really good. We had like a mango ceviche, and I got some shrimp chimichangas, but kind of tried everyone's food. Is all really good. And of course they got the banda experience, so the super loud music blasting your ears, which I didn't remember, but one of the guys that came is an audiologist. So anyways, kind of funny is like there's probably so many people with loss of hearing here with all the banda going on. But yeah, we enjoyed dinner there, kept walking down the Malecon, me like basically limping ever since that cut for I don't know how many days. But we ended up walking down to Joe's Oyster Bar Club. So again, I hadn't been there late at night, but this time is like definitely popping off. they had a cover to get in, but it worked out because the cover included either drink or 2 beers, so pretty much covers whatever you're consuming. But it was good. They had good music. It's kind of like reggaeton, some rap. So we hung out there, danced, had fun. That was the rest of the day, Saturday. I'm gonna hopefully try to remember each day. So Sunday, of course they wanted to go surfing. They both surf. So we went to Cameron on Sunday. And then afterwards, so had been renting boards from Chano, and he would come pick us up and drop us off and stuff like that. Anyways, so after surfing, he kind of drove us around a little bit, and then we went to grab lunch at Rico's Cafe in Olas Altas, which I also hadn't been to yet, but it was really good. I liked it. So we went there for lunch. Sunday. That was Sunday. And then later on, we just got tacos nearby at a place near the apartment, and then went into the center of town, centro histórico, to go out later. And then ended up going to the mezcaleria over there, which I hadn't been to yet, but it's really good. I'm going to show you guys the sunset now. Hopefully you can see it. It's going on right now. Might actually see the green flash. I think so. Ooh. So it's not just in San Diego. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, so we went downtown, went to the mezcaleria, which was good. I hadn't been there. They had some good cocktails, which I had, and also they ordered some ballenas. And Andres, one of my friends, he was trying different mezcals, and they also had a deal where it came with aguachile, so really good deal, promotion. And one of the mezcals he ordered, it comes with little like crickets basically, and lime or lemon, I don't even remember which one, with chile on it basically. Did try the crickets. It's actually pretty good seasoning. But yeah, we went there and then to the bar next door, which I had been to once before, Ponciano's, and had some drinks there, which they also have really good drinks. So 2 really good spots for drinks. So that was Sunday basically. I'm gonna try to take you guys over this way a little bit more. Hopefully I can show you some more of Pinos on the other side. Which brings us to Monday. So Monday, there weren't as many waves, so we decided to skip out on that on Monday. We kind of had like an adventurous day. We went to Isla de Venados. So basically, yeah, I've been playing tour guide the whole week. So they got to check that out. And again, just like really nice, relaxing day, hanging out at the beach. And then definitely jam-packed day. There's like a cannon. We went from there to later. We went and hiked up to the lighthouse, Faro. So got to do that little hike. And then one of the guys was already heading back. He just like basically joined the trip last minute. And was already going back that day because he just ended up having a long weekend basically. But after that we went to Panamá, took them there so they could try out the food there, so got that experience. All right, so let me show you Pinos now. This is one of the surf spots. Again, don't judge it right now because there's no waves. The tide's really low, but this is the spot. One of the 3 major ones. And there's the beach down that way. And the islands and people fishing. Alright, I actually haven't walked this way before, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, so that was basically Monday. I'm trying to think if we went out later on. Oh yeah, okay. So Monday, after Panamá, so one of the guys flew back, and then we made it to, I hadn't been yet to a reggae night at Wingman's, which is in Olas Altas, but I heard about it. So we went there Monday night, which was really fun. It's definitely a different vibe, like I was told, than at Fish, that other place I'd seen the same reggae band at, it just gets like jam-packed. So we had a table reserved for us, but there's like all these little restaurants side by side, and that whole area just fills out. It's jam-packed, and then there's just people standing around like drinking and hanging out. But cool vibe. It went pretty late too. I swear I've got like, it was such an exhausting week because I had been going out since Thursday night, even before they got in. So it's basically like falling asleep, but trying to keep going. So that was Monday night, was super fun. Then Tuesday we went and surfed again at Cameron. And then we ended up just like hanging out at the beach. So now it's 3 of us. One of the other guys arrived on Sunday, and then the other one had left Monday. So after surfing, hanging out at the beach, I took them to Piquillas for, oh shoot, it's hard to keep the days straight. Anyways, yeah, Piquillas. So that seafood spot that I really like, definitely my favorite. They just have like, and the guy that works there, I don't know if he might actually be the owner or manager, but just really nice guy. You could tell he knows his stuff and like passionate about the food and everything, but really good dishes. We had this marlin dish she had told me about the other time I was there, but it's like cooked in miso soup sort of thing, and some kind of like with ice. I don't really remember, but it was unique and it was delicious. And then I had another tostada with shrimp. Oh, I learned that salsa, shoot, what's the name? There's a salsa I really like. It's like salsa matcha, but it has some other name. Anyway, it's really good stuff if you ever come across that. So took them there. I'm gonna show you that view again here. So this is the back side of Casa de Marinos and the fort. The city view, the beach view. So that was Tuesday. And then later out, I swear the days are like crazy and it's never planned. So we went out later on to salsa, to Ruiseñor, because one of my friends like into salsa. Anyways, we went out there, had fun. We got there kind of later and it closed at 11. And then the guy I've been working with, he was there because he like promotes and does all that stuff. So anyways, after there we went to Ponciano's again to have some drinks there, since Ruiseñor's closes earlier. And then like one of Hill's friends walked in, and anyways, they like were like, hey, what's going on? And he ended up sitting with us and hanging out. So we were all hanging out there having some delicious drinks. And then I don't know exactly how the conversation came about, but basically strip clubs came up into conversation, which I guess was the topic I'm sure his friend brought up at some point. And then he's like, oh, let me take you guys, like you can see what Mazatlan's like he was like all about it. I was just, oh god. So anyways, I was just like, if you guys want to go, that's fine, whatever, like whatever you guys want to do. Obviously I'm not like, that's not my thing, but if everyone's down for it, I'll join. So anyways, we ended up going to this place called Terrandas, and he was like, we'll just have one drink and that's it, you know, but just so you can see and, you know, have the experience and all that. So we had the strip club Mazatlan experience. Again, it was a Tuesday, so it was like pretty dead in there. I mean, the strippers were mostly hanging out on their phones at the tables in between lap dances and like slightly like dancing on the stage. I think it was more lap dances than anything. But anyways, had a full night experience. Unplanned as usual, seems to be the trend lately. That was Tuesday. And then it kind of worked out because Wednesday they had to work. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna, like, I'll try to take care of some of my stuff, but, you know, I don't have to put an alarm, get up early to surf, anything like that. I ended up sleeping in the whole day, like practically. Woke up at 2 p.m. And literally that was only because like I got a phone call and like heard my phone vibrating. But also went to bed at 5 a.m. So I guess that's what happens when you haven't slept for days. So that led us into Wednesday, which like for the most part of the day was, relaxed, sleeping through it. And then that led right into the food tours. So I had mentioned to you guys how I was going to be guiding some food tours. So this was the first one that I was actually kind of training on, and then, invited them to join in, of course, on the food tours. So we all did that, and then one of Andres's friends that I had met previously, because he put me in touch with when I first got there, she joined us. She just got back in town. So the four of us basically were doing the food tour, and he had given me some of the information to look over that I would be using for the tours and stuff like that. So I was kind of reading over that and trying to learn some of the history as we're on the tour. But it was really good. So you go to 6 different spots and they give you food and a drink at each one. The first one was Mediterranean, Angelinas, then the La Molcajeteria. So they do this cheese fondue and beer, the smallest little Tecate beer bottle, so cute. Then we went from there to, I think it might have been Ruiseñor, but I might be missing one. Anyways, there, Cielo, which was good. I hadn't been there yet. Oh, Presidio, that place we had walked into, but I hadn't eaten there. It's beautiful though. They had a quinceañera girl taking her photos there. And it's just a really pretty spot. And then Ruiseñor, Cielo, that was my favorite drink. It was this mango drink, which is delicious. And then we ended at Gaia's Bistro for dessert, and we all got a different dessert and basically just shared all the desserts, which were delicious. And so that was Wednesday. And then we kind of walked around for a little bit after. And then so the friend of Heels that we bumped into the night before, the reason why he was there, because he was like, oh, I came here for jazz night, but he was thinking it was Wednesday. It was Tuesday. So jazz night's on Wednesday. So anyways, we found out about jazz night the night before and we're like, oh, we should check it out now that we're here on a Wednesday. So we went back to Ponciano. So I think that was the 3rd night in a row, or at least that week. But again, at least it's a cool spot. They have really good drinks. And checked out this jazz band, which was really good. So that was Wednesday. But again, each night's just been a really late night. Which brings us to Thursday. So that was Andres's last day there visiting. And last day to surf. We ended up coming here to Pinos. Let me show you the view from this angle. So you can see what it looks like at low tide. Basically, you have to paddle out that way since it's a point break, and then the waves would be breaking right there. You see those rocks. Anyways, we surfed here Thursday. And the same guy that's always out here, Ricardo, was taking photos. So later on, Chano had sent us photos that he sent in the group chat, the photographers. So Andres got photos, I got photos. Anyway, so that was cool. After here, we got the coco horchatas that I hadn't been able to try yet because they were closed other times. We went to this other spot, so got to try those. That was good. Definitely more tastes like coconut than horchata, but good stuff. And then Andres was leaving later that day, but had a full day, and then his flight got delayed, so we ended up really having a full day. But later on, we went to Playa Brujas, that area, Cerritos, because they hadn't been down that way yet. So we just walked around there a little bit, just so they could see the little restaurants and shops down that way, where the other Jaiba Pata Salada is. And then we ended up eating dinner, an early dinner at Mr. Lionso's. Got to see the sunset from there, which is beautiful. Really, really pretty sunset. Bricia, Andres' friend that lives here again, but from Mexico, she had joined us again. And then afterwards we went to La Bichola, which is this brewery, which I also hadn't been to yet. So that was something new and different to try. Had a carrejillo, which is basically a cocktail with coffee and liqueur, which was good. and tried some beers as well that our other friend got a sampler, so got to try a little bit of the beers and also learn some new phrases. So Bichola is actually a naked woman. So here bichis is like slang for basically naked people. They say monos bichis. So anyways, learning some new phrases. That's what la bichola comes from. And Simon's another one, which I think it's kind of like, again, that confirmation. I've been hearing a lot like Simon, like, yeah. There's some others, but I'm learning new ones all along the way. Oh, aguas, I learned. If you see like aguas, it's like, they say in Argentina, ojo, but basically like, be careful, look out. Like, let's say if you're about to trip on something or step in dog poop. Aguas. So learn some new phrases. So that was Thursday. And yeah, since Andres's flight got delayed after La Bichola, oh, we walked around the Malecon a bit more later on. Walked down to the monument, the Fisherman's Monument. They hadn't been down that way yet, or at least Andres hadn't. And then they were setting up for this marathon they had this weekend. And then later, we had passed by when we ate at Panamá, like the few nights before, this taco shop, which I realized is taco shop I went with Chano, like my first week or something here. And anyways, it smelled so good, and they're like, oh man, like, would love to check out that spot. So we ended up getting, even though we had dinner, but it was early, and they were like, craving some tacos, or at least Andres, so we ended up going there for tacos later on, like a late night additional dinner snack, whatever. That was Thursday. And then Friday, Andres's friend who flew in from Mexico City, Daniel, that was his last day. So he was actually working like the morning to afternoon, so I just took it easy as well. And again, just got up when I got up and was kind of working on some of my own stuff. And then we went and got like a late lunch at Arrecifa, which is this restaurant in Olas Altas, and this really nice, pretty yellow building with a tower that overlooks the ocean. It has a great view. So anyways, we ate and hung out there. Finally got some meat, man. I'm craving meat for sure. Like meat and chicken, although the one time I had chicken, I got food poisoning, which is another story. But anyways, ordered this thing called aguachile de ribeye, which was basically like steak on top of chicharron, which is pork skin. But it was really good. And then also got a tostada with tuna, which was good as well. So that was Friday, and then I chilled the rest of the night after Danielle flew out. Saturday was also kind of an unplanned day, so I went and surfed Cameroon. I got there late in the end, but it was like whatever, still gonna paddle out, go for a bit. And then of course you always run into people, so I ran into a couple guys there that I already knew from surfing, and then one of them I had chatted with before, and after I got out, well, he had kind of mentioned before, but anyways, he told me, he's like, oh, we're going to some friends on the island, Isla de Piedra, and we're gonna like grill fish and do this whole thing. So he was like, if you want to come join. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, I didn't have any plans. I was basically just planning to chill, like take care of my stuff, work on that, since I hadn't basically done anything the whole week. But I was like, impromptu plan when I have nothing else to do sounds good. So went with them, which was cool. There's this girl that lives there with her boyfriend. She's French on the island, and coincidentally I didn't realize it until we were talking later, but I actually met her at the tournament, and she was chatting and she's like, oh, I saw you surfing, you did really well. And anyways, when I went to get my photos and stuff, we were chatting, and then I realized like, oh, okay, we actually met there and chatted. But anyways, she's really sweet. And then there's another lady that lives on the island, so of course they all know each other. But it was really good. Ricky, the one guy, had this fresh fish that he had caught. So again, so much fresh fish, which is why you're eating fresh fish and seafood all the time. It's just so abundant here. So basically fried that fresh fish, and then the other lady who's Canadian that came over later, she made this really good dish, which honestly was like, if not the best, one of the best things I've had so far here, because it was also different. But she made this fish she had that she like battered in this curry sauce she made, fried it with, I think, chickpea flour, she said, and they made this mango chutney. So good. So anyways, again, just like another fun impromptu day hanging out at the beach or island with them. That was Saturday, pretty much. And then that mostly like catches me up on everything. Yeah, that brings me to yesterday. Sunday was chill. I just basically went to the mall later and bought some things. And today, well, I guess that leads me to now where I'm at. So, ooh, check out the lights. So I went today to get a bus ticket and then ran down here to Pinos. Anyways, so I was like kind of planning on going to this trip, and plans changed, still going on a trip, but now another trip. So I was gonna go to Pascuales. Anyways, that didn't happen, and now I'm going to visit my friend that I met before in Sayulita. And then we're gonna go at some point like from there to Guadalajara. So anyways, got a bus ticket today, and I'm leaving Wednesday to go there. So that catches me up on everything. I'm not planning again on doing much tomorrow. Packing a little bit, gonna try to surf and just take care of stuff. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you guys for now. I'll take another video maybe from Sayulita or Guadalajara. I don't know. It's hard to keep up, but thanks for staying tuned, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.